Hey everybody, it's Heather with Diamonds and Dragonflies. I'm here today with Mental Health Monday. If you've been following me for any length of time, you know that I have a distinct love of alliteration. I haven't done a mental health video in a while, which is kind of funny considering it's how my channel got started and the whole premise of my channel. I'm not doing so good right now. And I thought that this might be a good time to talk about two things that a lot of people with mental health struggle with and don't really have an answer for. And that's accountability, apologizing, and forgiveness. They are some pretty big words and some pretty big subjects, and ones that are kind of difficult to navigate sometimes. I know I do. I know I have a great deal of trouble navigating those three words. When we're children, when we do something wrong, break a rule, upset our parents, do something that we shouldn't. You know, our parents want us to tell the truth. They want us to admit what we did wrong. And that's accountability. Well, most people don't want to admit when they've done something wrong, especially if they feel that what they did wrong was morally ambiguous, because no one wants to get punished. I grew up in a house where I was told that if I told the truth, I wouldn't get in trouble, which was kind of a lie. Because when I told the truth, I still got punished. When I was little, the punishment was standing in the corner. When I got a little older, the punishment was getting whacked on the butt with a wooden ruler. Now, don't be thinking that I'm talking about being physically abused by my parents or anything. I was spanked. And, you know, my mom chose to use a wooden ruler. She didn't want to hurt her own hand. It is what it is. When I got to be a preteen and a teenager, it was grounding. I'd get the phone taken away. I'd get my stereo taken away. TV privileges, going out, you know, whatever. There was a gambit of things that I could become grounded from. Sometimes, depending on the crime, all of the above. I asked my mom once, why is it that you tell me that if I tell the truth, I won't get punished, but then you punish me? And she said to me, you don't get punished because you would have gotten punished for lying had you lied. But you still need to be, so you're not getting punished for telling the truth. You're getting punished for whatever it was that you did in the first place. Well, to be honest, all that did was make me not want to tell the truth and see if I could get away with lying about it. Not the greatest role model. Not the best decision. When I married my first husband, when I was 18 years old, anytime I did something wrong, I got beat for it. And when I say beat for it, I mean beat for it. So bad that there were times that bones were broken. I was put in the hospital. Things that I don't really want to go into great detail, but made me want to not tell the truth all the more. So I hid things because I didn't want to get beat. When I married my second husband, he didn't beat me physically, but he abused me emotionally and mentally. He would tell me that I was worthless, a piece of crap. How stupid was I because I did XYZ whenever I made a mistake. It wasn't even, you know, and I'm talking about things like maybe I didn't balance the checkbook right, or I forgot to pay a bill, or I forgot to go grocery shopping, or I forgot something when I went grocery shopping. Those kind of things. It was a reprieve, and I didn't know how to handle it when I married my current husband, Kirk, because the first time I messed something up and I came clean, and I expected the abuse. I expected to either be hit or told that I was a piece of crap and I was worthless and I was good for nothing. But that didn't happen. Kirk looked at me and said, "We all make mistakes, Heather. We can't undo what you did or what happened, but let's work the problem and let's find a way to remedy it, or depending on what it was, find a way to make sure it doesn't happen again." With having borderline personality disorder, there have been so many parts of my life and so many actions that I have taken, specifically in the last 18 years, that I wish I could take back. Blowing up over nothing, reacting emotionally to everything, taking every single thing that happens completely and totally personally, whether it was major or as insignificant as it could be. That's the joys. One of the many joys of having borderline personality disorder. Wearing your heart on your sleeve. Thinking that you can't trust anyone, thinking that everyone is out to get you. Thinking that everything is a big deal. At first, when I realized all the mistakes that I had made, I started apologizing to everyone left and right. Because isn't that what you do? You admit that you did things wrong, and I admitted that, and then you say you're sorry, and then that's just supposed to make it all better, right? That might work when you're a little kid. It doesn't really work when you're an adult. Yes, you take accountability. Yes, you apologize. Yes, you ask for forgiveness. Saying I'm sorry doesn't just make it better. You need to ask for forgiveness. And the person needs to be willing to give you that forgiveness. Because the truth of the matter is, I can't go back and change how I dealt with the situation or how I handled something 10 years ago any more than I can take back or undo something that I did yesterday. I don't have a time machine. It is what it is. I did what I did. I said what I said. All you can do is take accountability, apologize, and ask for forgiveness. And along with that forgiveness comes you promising and you doing your damnedest to make sure that you never make that mistake again. Will you? Is it possible that you will make the same mistake again? Yes, it is. But if your heart is pure and you truly are sorry and truly want forgiveness, then you will ask for it again. And you will try even harder the next time to not do what you did again. There are truly evil people in the world. And there are people that are just trying to get through every day, who suffer from mental health issues and can't always see the correct, easy way to go about things. This topic is something that I have been thinking about for a while. It's been weighing very heavy on my heart. As I've stated in the past, I've had issues with my son, with him being able to forgive me and give me another chance. It took a while, but he did eventually forgive me, and he has given me another chance, and our relationship has been much stronger for it. I found myself recently within my marriage realizing that there were things that Kirk had apologized for that I hadn't forgiven him for. Part of that being that he never asked for it. And I found myself making the comment that how can someone tell you that they're sorry, but then turn around 2 days later, or even the next day, and do it again? Do the same thing again. Say they're sorry again, and then do it again. And I realized after a situation that has happened recently that it's because he never asked for forgiveness. He didn't follow through. He didn't actually even take accountability. He did something. I got upset. I confronted him, and all he did was say I was sorry. He never said I should never have done that, or I regret doing that, or I didn't mean to hurt you. It was just, I'm sorry. It was hollow. And he's never once said to me, I hope you can forgive me. I had a situation happen this week, or I should say last week. Sorry, I apologize for the sneezes. In which I saw something, I overreacted emotionally. I took it as a personal attack. And I went off the deep end. I went off half-cocked. I've tried to teach myself that when things upset me, to walk away, take some time, think about it, and then decide how I'm going to react or respond. I didn't do that. For the most part, I have a pretty good grasp on my borderline personality disorder on pretty much any given day. However, with that said, I don't do well when I start to have things piling up, when it's one thing after another, after another, after another. In the past month, I have been dealing with a serious mental health condition. So serious that it caused me to actually not do anything on my channel for a while. So serious that I almost died. Technically, for about 30 seconds, I was dead. I've been having marital struggles. I've been having financial struggles. I've been having struggles in personal relationships. Someone that is very important to me, I've barely talked to, and I don't know why. Nothing happened. It is 100% on me. I'm kind of lost and stumbling right now, guys. I don't have a good grasp on my mental health right now. So much has happened that's negative that even my therapist has encouraged me to quit my channel. She says she feels as if she's seeing me regress. And instead of continuing to move forward, that I keep moving backward because of drama and conflicts and dealing with other creators and people, other people in the community that aren't willing to understand someone's mental health challenges or take accountability for their own actions or grant forgiveness when it's offered. I know that if I was sitting having this conversation right now with my therapist, Emma would tell me that there's only so much you can do yourself, Heather. That if you've taken accountability, if you've apologized sincerely, and you've asked for forgiveness, that your job is done. There's nothing else that you can do. There's nothing else you can say. There's nothing else to do. I can't go back in time. I can't change it. And me saying I'm sorry and asking for forgiveness 500,000 times isn't going to necessarily make the person forgive you. They have to want to forgive you, and they don't have to. And that's the hard truth, and that's the hard reality. Just because you ask for forgiveness, just because you take accountability, just because you apologize, doesn't mean that the other person has to accept it. But you need to not beat yourself up about it, because you at least did your part. You did what you could. You made the effort to try and make up for and to take accountability for your mistakes. For what you said, for what you did, for whatever it is. It kind of reminds me of when prisoners go up for parole. Their parole board is looking to see whether or not the prisoner, the convict, is truly sorry for what they've done and if they've learned their lesson, so to speak. Are they taking accountability? Is it sincere? Are they asking for forgiveness? Are they sincerely apologizing? And that panel of people has to decide whether or not they feel like that convict truly wants a second chance and is going to go out into the world and do life differently, is going to make every effort to not do the things that got them in jail in the first place. Well, the person that you're asking, that you're taking accountability, the person that you're apologizing to, the person that you're asking forgiveness from, they're your parole board. They have to decide whether or not to believe in you, whether or not to forgive you. And you might say, well, Heather, what do I do if they don't? Then you just show them that you are being truthful. You make every effort to not continue to apologize, but to show them that you learned from your mistake, that you are making an effort to not make that mistake again. And you need to be able to let it go. Not get angry at them for not accepting your apology. Not try to reason or rationalize or beg or plead. To just be accepting and walk away. And to know that beating yourself up isn't going to help. Give yourself some space. Give yourself some grace and give yourself some self-care. That's what I'm struggling with right now. I know that I need to give myself some space. I know that I need to give myself some grace. I know that I need to give myself some self-care. I don't have it in me right now. Hopefully, in the next 7 days, I'll find it. But try to be better than me. Try to find the strength to give yourself space, to give yourself grace, and to give yourself some self-care. I am here. And I forgive you. I forgive all of you. And I hope that you forgive me too. Take care, guys. And I'll see you next Monday, if not before. I love you all. And remember that without the darkness, we'd never get to see the stars. Bye, guys.